Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. Hope everyone is good and safe. Quickly do a market recap. So it's going to be a market update. Market update will follow tomorrow morning. You guys now like getting the week started, and then we'll see how the market will flow for the week ahead. We're going to start with Forex, then indices, then long-term Forex. Okay, so for USD, we're looking for a drop on the dollar, meaning we're looking for USD obviously to go up, like we said. We did break through, took out that level we indicated in the beginning of the week. Wanted to retest to buy into the highs and get that specific retest. So nonetheless, we did hit our target, but there wasn't a clean entry point for us to actually take the trade. So let's take this out. We'll obviously update tomorrow morning on where we're looking to go this week with the market. CHF market was here. We're looking to take it all the way up into highs. Did go into our target, but unfortunately didn't go into highs. And now we're literally just bouncing up or down. Can see a little bit of a new buying level forming there as well. Okay. And that's over there. So why is that buying level formed? Obviously, seems like a 78. I must also figure it out with you guys as we go forward. So just a little bit of a higher buying level, 71 fib 122 500, so psychological level. So it seems like we have a trend line there as well. So just a lot of confluence at that specific point to keep moving up. Okay, so we should hopefully keep pushing up this week to take out that highs. Okay, dollar index, nothing has changed. We're looking for sell-off on this. We had the sell-off, we had a pullback, we had another sell-off. So you had two opportunities to take trades. So that obviously indicated the USD buy as well. Okay. So there was the buy, breakout buy. Okay. Came back for another buy. And two times, once again, no drawdown 500 point up. So now we can obviously remove this and then we'll obviously go forward from there. Going into next week, this week. Okay. We see AUD USD going up with the dollar dropping. That means your AUD's going down. Okay. Broke below our level, cleared that level. Once we closed below, okay, let's quickly just clear this up. It was a very simple trade. There was our liquidity point. Close below. What do we know when we close below? We look for the shift of momentum and the pullback sell to the downside. Very simple, nothing specific other than took out the zone, broke at a pullback and then a perfect sell-off. Okay, then Euro GBP, same thing, very much perfect, pushed up from the level. We were aiming at that target, took out that target, evening star formation forming, bearish engulfing coming in, pullback retest, and perfect sell-off to the downside once again. Okay, USD did explain, GA, same thing. We closed below that level. Market was floating there. We had a zone in there. I said we need to break back above for the buy or close below for the sell. Did close below. Unfortunately, didn't get a sell. We do have a selling level there as well. So I would have taken a retest sell there. Didn't get that level. So then we just switched our buyers for the trade to the downside. Why this trade? 184 level. We'll have a 61 fib there as well. Break back above, big reversal, bullish engulfing, and a retest, and currently pushing up for the buy as well. Okay, so we can see we should start to block off currently with this market. Because we do have that consolidation going on there as well. So this week, I'll obviously explain tomorrow in depth what we're looking for this week, but we should block off there now. Okay, GJ, inverse head and shoulders. We're looking for the sell-off from there. I said we're going to take out that level, look for the drop-off. Took out that level, sold perfectly from that level. Okay, we're targeting 149 initially with our zone over there. So it didn't hit that level, then came back for a buy, 78% fib, 149,500. We do know that anything JPY loves half levels. So taking out that level, then obviously an inverse head and shoulders as well. So that's the reason for the buy on the specific pair. A lot of confluence. Okay, so we do have that trend line coming into play going further in this week. GJ, we were floating last week in the middle here. Beginning of the week, we floated in the middle. I said I would not look at the straight, so we take out that level. Took out that level, haven't moved it, broke back above, perfect pin bar, morning star formation, lots of indication. What do I always say? Once the market hits a price, it forms spikes. Okay, you can drop down on time frames as well. Market hits a price and then forms spikes. Okay, once we close above, we're looking for the reversal trade up. Okay, once again, multiple reasons for this pullback to the upside. Obviously, we're in a downtrend, but we have 132. We have a 78% fib breakout, 78% fib. We can get a breakout trade over there as well. Literally anything, so lots of reasons we can actually take that trade. We have a channel running here as well. So wedge coming into play as well. So there's multiple reasons for that trade playing out. USD CAD, we had the zone in. We're looking for a bounce to that zone, 1 to 6 level. Perfect, hitting that zone, broke back above and pushing to the upside. Okay, USD ZAR. Don't think I'll have anything to update on this. You guys know I only trade this long term. So long term, we're still reaching that long term target. So our bias was at 13.5 and 14.1. So the long term move played out. So now we're waiting for dips again for buying opportunities or long term sales coming up. Well, we're looking for a break above here for the buy. The break obviously above beginning of the week already. Did push straight up and we still have some more upside. So once again, I'm not moving my zone today. I'm sticking to my level. It's always that way, what you want to see versus what you need to see. Okay, previous selling levels have been playing out from that higher level. So we're not looking to push the market. You can see same thing there. A lot of people will see that, but it only tends as a pullback level for continuation. So looking at the bigger picture over here as well. Okay. Gold last week, market was here. I said we're looking for that big push down. We hit that level. Then we're looking for a push to the upside. Same thing applies. I don't trade gold from the major levels. I prefer the minor levels. Nonetheless, it is respecting that minor level, forming a head and shoulders now. But once again, I'm a long-term trader on gold as well. It's all about sticking to my personal plan as well. Okay, NASDAQ obviously had that big move up. I actually showed this to somebody as well. So we had a simple buy. Okay, it was 156. Then it was the 78% fib, double bottom, etc. But then somebody that I had mentorship with, he said he's only trading trend lines. I said same thing. If you trade trend lines, there's an inside channel, just a news event came out. We still ended up trading a trend line as well. So if you only trade trend lines, you need to understand your trend lines and you need to know how your trend lines work. Okay, if you don't understand how the trend lines work, then obviously you need to use different technicals. Okay, so shorter time frame, quickly go to this. We had a dip up. I was personally waiting for a little bit of a bigger dip. For a simple why. I was waiting for a dip into the 38% fib, and then also the 16,100 level for the buy. So I did miss that buy, but nonetheless, we had that $800 move up. We had the drop off perfectly from our level, and we just missed that spike. I was waiting for that spike and then a break above for the buy. S&P, don't think I've analyzed this in a while. Well, it's very simple at the moment. It's floating, very bullish, should break up. US 30, same thing. Very simple, buying from the levels it should, and currently breaking close above, so we should continue into highs. GEO30, I haven't analyzed this since that long-term breakdown. 1500 was the long-term buyer sent out. So if you actually held that trade, you would have been smiling all the way to the upside. And that's it for Forex and for indices. Now I'm quickly going to run the long-term breakdown. I'm just going to run through. You guys know it's not much to say about the long-term breakdown. It is what it is. Simple outside channel over there. 90, 100 level, buying level and pushing up. Or JPY. Okay, perfectly pushing from that level, reaching our target. Or CHF. Same thing, pushing from that lows. Or NZD. My dog is sleeping on my table. We still have that little bit of a high push. We didn't get that entry. Would have waited for a inverse head and shoulders for a buy over there personally. Once again, should take out the trend line. Everybody's selling here, so we're probably going to end up selling from there. KJPY, pretty perfect. Had that push up and had the perfect sell-off from that level as well. So same thing, just about confluence. 71 fib, 90, 100 level, double top, perfect lower high, multiple reasons for that trade. GATCHF had a push straight from that level, and we can actually see the minor level it dropped from. Market sells from there, and there's a spike before the market drops. If you actually put that in, you'll have a perfect sell-off. EuroCAD, nothing to update. Sloppy market. EuroCHF, pull back to the trend line and sell off like it should have done. EuroJPY, from our level, we did have the initial 1,200 point buy and now back to break even. EURNZD had a perfect 2,000 point sell and now just floating. GBP-CAD dipped completely below and now breaking above. So a lot of times, obviously, we know that's a reversal indication. Market finds a big support that it has used previously. Market dips lower, take out the low, and then creates a inverse head and shoulders or head and shoulders, and then pushes to the upside for longer term. GBP-CHF. Okay, absolutely nothing to update. We're waiting for push instead for sell, didn't get that. GBP-NZD, we're obviously waiting for that high level. We did spike to that level that I said the market may possibly turn from. Did sell from there and now just pushing up. So I don't want to add too many levels as this is the long-term analysis. You can see why we bought from there. Very simple. Price goes up from there. There's our spikes and pushing up. But once again, I want to keep our analysis very clean, as this is the longer term breakdown, not the short term breakdown. NZD-CAD, nothing yet to look at. We have taken out that lows. We're yet to close back above for a pullback buy. Otherwise, we'll just keep selling. Okay, just quickly update this analysis. So we're actually going to do a full update of what we're waiting for. But nonetheless, we did have that sell actually last week that we had in. Okay, you can see there's our spikes. Take that out. And now same thing. Let's quickly take this out. Market hits that level, should keep selling, breaks above, go to the downside, and buy for long term. NZD, CHF, pretty much nothing to update. Pushed all the way down to our target from that level. NZD, JPY, hit our zone, broke above. Busy buying at the moment. Basically should have a bigger pullback. NZD, USD, literally just floating on this level. So you can see how the buyers and sellers are fighting at this level. And the reason for that is obviously we have the trend on 163. That could have been a false breakout. So yeah, same thing. We're literally just waiting. Not selling here, as there's obviously a lot of upside risk. But sorry, my dog is dead under the table. But as soon as we break back above, we should have a long-term buy. GBP-ZAR, don't think I've updated anything on this. Like I said, I only trade this long term. I can probably just update it a little bit. UJ, not really nothing. USD CHF, nothing. USD MXN. Okay, finally hitting that level. Now, obviously, going into this week, we'll analyze and see what we had intend. But once again, we took the long-term sell, 11,000 points running, pretty easy. Sell there as well. And then silver, which I added the other day. Let's see if it's updated. I did analyze it the other day. Somebody asked me a mentorship for update. Then I said I will not buy this because I do see this dropping lower, and it seems like that it did drop lower, but I don't know where my analysis is now. All right, guys. Hope you guys have a fantastic week further. I'll update the market probably tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon, depending obviously on the volatility we get into the market. And then, yeah, I'll update you guys on everything going forward. I am busy creating content already for 2022 course, which you guys will have access to it. It will literally just get loaded on the new members area, so you guys will have access to both courses. Somebody actually asked me this weekend if the course is so good, why do you make a new course? And it's pretty simple. It's probably simplest thing ever. The market keeps changing, the market keeps adapting. In 2021, when we were doing the course, we had a market crash. Okay, this year we didn't have a market crash. That means there's new patterns, there's new everything. So we're not changing the way we trade or changing the way we do things. As it is obviously working. What we're doing is we're updating it with new market data, with extra things added that the market changed. Like I explained a long time back, there's going to be times where market perfectly runs on support resistance. There's going to be a time where the market perfectly runs with trend lines. And all you can do is keep adapting. We need to be 100% up to date with our technicals and keep adapting. As the market keeps flowing, we keep flowing and keep finding ways to obviously understand the market better for ourselves as well. All right, cheers guys.